students. Today's topic is statistical tools and its applications part 2. Okay, in the first part I've completed with mean and its applications. Today I'll be dealing with median, mode and the standard deviation. So median is nothing but a middle number of that divides the group into two equal parts, one part comprising of all the values greater and the other part of all the values which are lesser than that of that number or the item. Okay, so ungrouped data, for example, if I have to tell you how exactly it's an arrangement is, in an ungrouped data or in a raw data which you take, arrange the given values in the ascending order first. Okay, and if the number of values are odd, then the median is the middle value is the median value. Okay, then if the number of the values are even, then what to do? Then the middle two numbers are taken as a mean, meaning add them and divide by 2, okay, which you get the value, the middle value is the median value. Okay, so for example, by formula also you can do, and or by normally also you can calculate this median. So by formula, how it is, when n is then odd, okay, when n is odd, the median value is equal to n plus 1 divided by 2, the whole value. Okay, meaning meaning if you get 4, then that fourth value is the median number, not the answer what you have got. Clear? That fourth or third value what you have got of this number is the median. I'll show you in further slide. When n is even, average need to be taken and then the value will be calculated. Okay, so I'll show you how exactly. See, this is what is the picture which shows you the arranging. This is the raw data that you have got. You need to arrange that in the ascending order, that is arranged here down. Okay, and the middle value is 9 here. Okay, that is the median value of the particular set. Okay, so see here, if this is the this is the odd and this is the even set. Okay, when it is an odd set, you get 6 directly as the median number. If it is odd or if it is even set, then these two are the middle numbers. You will have to add those two, divide by 2, and then you get the answer as 4.5 is the median for that particular set. Clear? See, for example, here you have certain problems to do. If the weights of the sorghum ear heads are 45, 60, 48, 100, 65 grams, calculate the median for this particular set. So solution is here, the number in the set. Okay, the number, how many numbers are there? 5 are there, right? 45, 60, 48, 100 and 65. So there are 5 numbers. First, arrange it in the ascending order. Okay, once you arrange that in the ascending order here in this line, after that, median to be calculated with a formula. Okay, n plus 1 divided by 2, wherein n is 5, 5 plus 1 divided by 2 is equal to 5 plus 1 is 6, 6 divided by 2 is equal to 3, right? So, third value is the median value. So the third value here is the median value. Without the formula also you can do it, right? So because since it is the odd set, right? So the third value of the set is the median value. So you got the answer, right? So for example, another example you have here, the set of set you have here, mathematical set, wherein you will have to calculate the median for it. So here the n is again 6. See, here it is even number. So an average of n by 2, and you will have to also calculate the same formula as that of the other. So here n divided by 2, 6 numbers are there. 6 divided by 2, you get the third value. Third value is what? 60. Okay, and also you'll have to calculate what? You'll also calculate the n by 2 plus 1, right? N is what again now? N is 6. 6 divided by 2 is again you get 3 as the answer. 3 plus 1, see, 6 divided by 2 plus 1, that is the fourth value that you get. 3 plus 1, 4, right? Fourth value again is 65. So 60 and 65 are the two middle numbers that we have got from the median calculation. After which, median how to calculate? Add those two values, then divide by 2. So add those two values, divide by 2, you get the 62.5 grams as the answer. Okay. So calculation with the series, a continuous series. Okay, how is it? How if you have the continuous series of this set of numbers, then how to calculate? Here you have a certain other formula, wherein you'll first find it out. First, the normal one, n by 2 is the formula that we'll have to calculate. Then see the cumulative frequency of the value first greater than that is n by 2. Then the corresponding class interval is called as the median class. Okay, then apply the formula which you have here, and L stands for the lower limit of the median value or the median class. M is equal to cumulative frequency preceding the medial class, and C is nothing but the width of the class. F is the frequency, and N is the total frequency. That already we know it. So for example, the sum is like this. For the frequency distribution of weight of sorghum earheads given in table below, calculate the median. So how do you calculate the median for this particular sum? So here is 60 to 80, 80 to 100, 100 to 120, 120 to 140, and 140 to 160 is your grams of the sorghum earheads that they've given. And the number of earheads is 22, 38, 45, 35, 24. That total is 164. Less than 80, less than 100, what we have here. Okay, that is what here we have written. Okay, so how do you find the cumulative frequency is, first you take 22 as 22, then 22 plus 38 you get 60, then 60 plus 45 you get 120, 105, 105 plus 35 you get 140, 140 plus 24 you get 164. That is the total value of the number of the earheads which you have here. Okay, why are we finding that cumulative? Here is the answer. So because we have to add up as the C here. Then substitute all the values into the formula, that is n is equal to 164 that we have calculated. 164 divided by 2 you get 82. So 82 is nothing but n by 2 is the answer. Okay, it lies between the 60 and 105, correct? This value is going to be lying between the 60 and 105, which we have a cumulative frequency here, right? 60 and 105. Now the corresponding to 60, the less than the class is 100, and corresponding to 105 less than that is the 120. So therefore the median class is between 100 to 150. Its lower limit is 100. Okay, so here L is equal to lower limit is 100, then N is equal to 164, F is equal to 45, C is equal to 20, and M is equal to 60. Why? Because we have already told you the reasons here. This is less than that, so in between this lower limit only you will need to calculate it. Okay, so then you have substitution of all the numbers into the formula. So once you've substituted, you get it as 109.78 grams as the median value for the particular set. Okay, so we'll move on to the applications of the median. So it is used to measure the distribution of the earnings. Okay, and then it is used to find the player's height, for example football players, to find the middle age from the class students. Okay, are also used to find the poverty line in the population. So that's how you calculate this. That's how the median is going to be useful for us. Next is the mode. Mode is nothing but it refers to that of the value in the distribution which occurs most frequently. okay, which is going to occur again and again. The frequently occurring number is called as mode here. Okay, so here you are, it is an actual value. So here it is an actual value which has the highest concentration of items in and around it. Okay, so it shows the center of concentrations of frequency in and around a given value. Therefore, where the purpose is to know the point of the highest concentration, it is preferred to. Okay, so it is thus a positional measure. So here its important is very great in agriculture, like to find the typical height of a crop variety, maximum source of irrigation in a region, or maximum disease prone paddy varieties that is being there in the field. So in this way it is broadly has its applications. Thus the mode is an important measure in case of the qualitative data or the analysis. For ungrouped data or a raw data, how do you find this? Series of individual observations mode is found by inspection method. So how do you actually calculate it? For example, find the mode for the following seed weight, that is 2, 8, 10, 15, 16, 15, 11, 15, 2 grams are the weight of the seeds. Now the mode is what? The mode is 15, because 15 has occurred thrice in the set. Grouped data, how do you calculate? So now this is a set of a group of the numbers that we have here. For discrete distribution, this see the height of the frequency and the corresponding value of the x is the mode. Okay, so the frequency here, what we have already got is 4, which has 50 grams. 6 of the year heads has the 65 grams, 16 of them have the 75 grams, and 8 of them have 80 grams, 7 of them have 95 grams, 4 of them have the 100 grams of their weight. The maximum frequency is 16. So 16 is number of plants that have the weight of 75 is maximum is 16 here. Rest all are less than 16, isn't it? So the number of plants occurring again and again is 16. So the maximum frequency is 16 here, and the corresponding x value is 75. So the mode is 75 grams. Approximately an average in a crop, 75 grams is the weight of the seed. That's what it means actually. Okay, so moving on to the standard deviation, it is defined as the positive square root of the arithmetic mean of the square of the deviations of given observation from the arithmetic mean. Okay, so you are going to calculate the you are going to standardize the sum. Okay, you are going to standardize this problem. Once you standardize, it is going to be much helpful, to give a standard value for a particular place, or wherever that you are calculating it for, wherever you are applying it for. Okay, mean is the answer, yes, but the standardized value is having a much greater value and effective value, isn't it? So standardizing is a little important for us in certain cases. So the standard deviation is denoted by S in case of the sample, and in Greek letter you call it as a sigma. Okay, it is denoted as sigma, and in case of the populations also. So the formula of the calculating standard deviation, here for the raw data you have this calculation formula, for discrete data you have this calculation, and for continuous data you have this particular kind of a calculation. Okay, this kind of a sign you call it as a sigma. Okay, sum of we call it as otherwise. Okay, the sum of x square minus sum of x divided by the n, the whole x, the whole square. Okay, that's what it means, how you pronounce it. So the calculations also, let us go first. So the raw data you have the weights of the 5 year heads of the sorghum are 100, 102, 118, 124, 126. grams, find the standard deviation. So here is the set of the data that you have already. You will have to substitute that into the formula. So once you substitute the whole sum of that is the answer here, okay, and the sum of x also you calculate, okay, divided by n, you get 170 the whole square divided by 5 minus 1. So the total answer that you get is square root of 150. The square root of 150 is again the 12.25 grams. So this is the standard value of a particular crop, or that here the weights of the 5-year heads of the sorghum. Okay, so this is a standardizing value. Okay, much more advanced and very much effective value. You can also another example you have for a discrete distribution, the frequency distribution of the seed yield of 50 plants. You have given listed below. Find the standard deviation. Here you have the list of data, that is the discrete data. You have frequency also for it, wherein the number of plants and the seed yield of that particular plant. So 4 plants you have 3 seeds. Each plant has 3 seeds, and 6 plants has 4 seeds in them, and 15 plants have 5, 15 plants have 6, and 10 plants have 7. And you are going to form this table, that is frequency plus frequency into x. Okay, meaning how much number of seeds in total you have. Okay, so say like 4 plants have 3 seeds each. Okay, you need to know how much seeds totally we have, isn't it? That is 12. That is fx. So you multiply the number of seeds into the number of plants, because each plant have that particular number of seeds. Okay, and then you are going to square them out. Once you square them out, you are going to, to standardize them, you are going to multiply it, and then you are substituting that into the formula. Then finally you get as an answer as 1.1677 grams are the standard deviation for that particular sum. Okay, in continuous distribution, you have the frequency distribution of the seed yield of 50 sesinum plants are given below, and then find the standard deviation. Here you have a discrete data which is there, that is 4 plants having seeds around 2.5 to 25 to 35, and then you have the 2.5 to 3.5, and then you have the number of plants which are there, that is 4, 6, and 15 plants have 4.5 to 5.5 seeds which are there. Okay, and then the solution here you are going to find out, because you need to have a substitution formula. You also need to calculate the d there. Okay, so x minus lambda divided by c is your calculation. Once you need to calculate that is what is here. See, this is the discrete data, and this is the number of plants, and this is the mid value. So here you are going to find the mode there. Okay, so median there. So median is what you actually take it as an average. Okay, that value, median value you have, and then you have the substituted formula, and then d into f, that is what you have calculated into the f. Then you square them out, you get the d squared by f to substitute that into the formula. So here is a formula. Once you substitute that, you get the answer as 1.677 as the standard deviation. Okay, so we will go to the applications of the standard deviations. Because it is standardized, it is meaningful. Okay, it has some value there. So to use the standard deviation to compare between the two samples, and for example 2 samples of the population rate to 2 plants that has at 2 plants has approximately the same mean. Okay, if the same mean is there, then how to calculate it? Then you have to standardize it. How if one has standard deviation of 10 and another is 7, we can conclude that the first plant has more dispersed rate of populations. That's how the standard deviation is meaningful here. It is also an indicator of financial risk. Okay, to find out the financial risk inflow of the companies, you can also has a standardization value. You will come to know the financial risk. Construction of quality control charts. How to construct a quality charts? Once you standardize the values, you get a quality chart there. Then household income in two cities. So if at all you take up as two cities, then their household income can also be calculated by standardizing the values there. Then it is rigidly defined, and its value is always definite and based on all the observations. So and overall it's going to be a perfect value, henceforth it is useful everywhere. Okay, standardizing value is very important. Okay, so here ends up your mean, median and mode, and also the standard deviation for today. So part 2 is this. Part 1 was a mean. Okay, so in the description I will join that link also, so that you will have a continuous glance on both the videos. Okay, if you have understood and if you have liked it, so please like and subscribe for the video. Okay, thank you. See you soon with the topic.